big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Portland.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
You see the contributions from role players on the team, and what a game it was for Henderson. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
Sloan dishes to Freak from downtown. Milwaukee with the rebound. Onda Tecumbo kicks to Carter Williams. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin.
Well, Gerald,
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan.
I think he came tonight with a specific intention, not to be outworked by anyone. He owned the glass and got great position time and time again. I just loved his energy.
Well, his passing, his instincts on.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our matchup tonight taking place in Toronto, the Air Canada Center, as we watch the Raptors go up against the Portland Trail Blazers. Checking out the Trail Blazers, they've really got it going, working on a 5-game winning streak. They'll try to push it to 6 straight with a victory tonight. For a few seasons now, we've seen the Raptors find a lot of success in the regular season, but they really have trouble making a postseason run. Why is that, Jet?
Well, they rely a lot on their perimeter players, and that could be dangerous because sometimes, perimeter shots can be off. And then they
Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Looking at Toronto, they took the win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. And I don't think I was the only one surprised, not just by their win, but guys, by what an event. Chris Kaman has checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Davis. Freaks checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Gerald Henderson. On the floor for Portland, man in its small forward. Chris Kaman out there with Vonleh. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Sloan in at the shooting guard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's DeRozan, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
Now here's Freak. DeRozan defending. It's stolen by DeRozan. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Milwaukee.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that. That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Kicks it to Scola. Wants to get it to DeRozan, and does. Clock is at 3. From about 16. And it's Kaman with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it's Freak missing.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
And Lowry gets it to go.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Lillard dishes to Kaman. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Kaman's got his first points of the night.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Joseph sets a screen for DeRozan. Scola left side. 14 feet away, and he gets it to go.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Lillard, that one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Joseph sets a screen for DeRozan. Patterson, the screen. And DeRozan kicks to Patterson. Offline with his 3. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And again, Damian Lillard. Lillard's got 6 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Raptors lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from the... And DeMar DeRozan, star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back.
A lot of people never really pay no attention to the Raptors. They just look at...
Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention that Clark, the U.S. teams get. That's just a fact of life that even Vince Carter at his best couldn't change.
And, you know, I don't even know if winning a championship would change that. Quite honestly, even if DeMar won the MVP. Just saying.
Yeah. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
On the floor for Portland. Man, he's in at 3. Henderson out there with Donald Sloan. Then there's Davis, and it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Raptors.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Trailblazers trail by 5. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He dropped in 15 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GA?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
Knocked away. And here are the Trailblazers now. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Plumlee. That's good. Plumlee's got his second bucket of the night.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Right, the pass to Coleman. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. There's a good screen. 6 to shoot. Off the screen, and the layup is up and in.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Man. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. So for the Trailblazers, Myers Leonard comes in for Ed Davis. And it's Aminu in for Freak. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Wright with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
That's a wall.
Coleman. He's guarded by Plumlee. No good with the layup. Trailblazers trail by 3. Henderson dishes to Aminu. The shot is off. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Ross kicks to Wright. Screen by Valanciunas. 5 to shoot. He used that pick just right. Ross has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg.
Almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kamen's checked in for Leonard. Noah Vonleh comes in for Mason Plumlee. Freaks checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Donald Sloan. Here's Scola, and it's sent back by Kaman. Here's Lillard. That's good, and that evens things out. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Patterson passes to DeRozan. And again, Toronto no up.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the leaner's probably not the best option on that shot.
And Lillard kicks to Vonleh. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Back to Patterson. There's the pass to Ross. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Davis is checked in. Shot from the inbound. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 1 on the